This is Big Papi taking over Cooperstown, the Hall of Fame tour on Monday. Seeing the sights. I haven't been there in way too long, actually, and you're getting there soon, right?
I get an opportunity to play there, and May 27th they have like an alumni game I get to play in, so I look forward to going there.
Make sure they hook you up with this VIP tour. Big Papi taking over, and obviously big summer coming up for him. You look at the career resume, first ballot Hall of Famer, larger than life, I think is an easy way to describe Big Papi, but see, I played with him for a couple of years, so I'll let you take over. What was it like spending time with David Ortiz on the Red Sox?
He's one of the guys that I feel like down the road, when you tell your kids all the stories about David Ortiz and who this player was, he sounds like a mythical figure. You know, it kind of sounds like when people tell Babe Ruth stories to me in today's game. But he was one of those guys that always had your back as a team player. And what you see is what you get with Big Papi. He's going out there, he's having fun, and he's probably going to be the most swaggiest guy in the Hall of Fame for at least a few years. But the level of clutchness that this player had, I mean, we talk about his personality a lot, but on the field, he was the guy. Anytime a big situation came up, I can't think of my playing days of anybody I would like to be up in a big situation more so than David Ortiz, because it seemed like the light always found him. And when those big situations came up, he always came up to the plate, and he always came through, whether it was on the field or something going on with the city. He was always the face and the voice behind the Boston Red Sox.
I like that comp as far as storytelling, like a modern Babe Ruth in terms of, the ice, right, the style, the words that he is, and especially after the Boston Marathon tragedy and the words that he had for all of Boston, it still sticks in everyone's head, and I can't completely recite it because, you know, there's some.
It's his city. It's our city, baby.
It's his city. Okay, look it up. I can't say curse words yet. Anyway, David Ortiz, though, clutch as can be, a guy that was known for the bat, just like Babe back in the day. It's a good point, and obviously for us, we're spoiled, and we love when someone like him gets inducted into the Hall of Fame because we cover it right here on MLB Network, and you know he's going to put on an absolute show. He is going to be vibrant, full of personality like he always is. He'll be a fun speech, and I like the point you make also. I mean, hey, we need more Big Papi personalities in our game and playing at that level so that we're talking about them even well beyond their playing days. I feel like I talk about Big Papi. He's mentioned to some extent almost every week in the baseball world still. It's
so much pressure you put on yourself as a player to be the face of a team, to be the voice of a team, and go out there and have to perform as well. I mean, that's a challenge that he wanted to take on himself. He understood that, hey, if I say this, I got to go out there and back it up. But he always knew he can go out there and back it up. But seeing him walk around the Hall of Fame Museum, it's like, I wonder how he feels walking around there like, man, one day I'm going to be up in here as well. Like, this is where my plaque's going to go. And you have guys like Ken Griffey who just went in. You have guys like David Ortiz. Like, these are great personalities that belong in the Hall of Fame because of, you know, what they did on the field, but also their character and what they brought to the game. Like, they're literally trendsetters. Ken Griffey is a trendsetter. Little kids want to be like Ken Griffey. Little kids want to be like David Ortiz. And to see guys like that, and hopefully in a few years, guys like CC Sabathia and Miguel Cabrera, like, you start adding these names to the Hall, it's going to just be a great group of guys in there.
You're mentioning larger-than-life names. Yeah. That makes sense. And even I'll drop Pedro in there, too, right, from Dominican Republic. Like, just so many kids growing up wanting to be like Pedro has the swag as well. So congrats to Big Papi.